Well, it's very clear that I suck at can't do it. But I was just trying to pay homage to Jeremy from Jeremy Fragrances, Fragrance One. No offense, Jeremy, no offense to your fans. I was just trying to replicate it and I failed. Well, today we're going to review Office for Men from Fragrance One. The perfumer behind this is Jeremy from Jeremy Fragrances, one of the most popular fragrance reviewers. I used to follow him a lot initially, and also he made this scent in collaboration with Alberto Morillas, another perfume legend. Now, when this fragrance was launched, there was a lot of hype about this. It still got a lot of hype. Whenever this is up for sale, it immediately sells out in the perfume communities. I was very curious about this scent because when I read about the notes, it sounded very interesting. It was screaming mass appealing, and also it was screaming, I would say, professionalism, because the name says office, and I was very curious. I wanted to try it, but I was unable to find it for some time. But luckily, on one of the groups, a person posted a retail bottle sale, and I picked this up immediately. So I picked this for around 6,000 Indian rupees, which is close to around $80 or maybe $85, which I felt was a good deal for this. It was kind of okay, and I picked it up. Now, in addition to the hype, this fragrance also has received a lot of hate from people, right? From the Fragcom have been bashing this up, and which also made me even more curious. How can someone go wrong with mass pleasing notes? What's exactly happening behind it? Is it just hate towards Jeremy as a person, which has been projected onto this scent, or is this scent really bad? So that's what was running in my mind when I bought this scent. But first things first, let's look at the presentation. I think presentation is the weakest part of this perfume. The presentation for the price it's not on par. It's very plain looking. I like the nice black bottle. I like the logo over here, the emblem over here. It is pretty cool. It's nice. What I don't like about the bottle is it's very light. The glass is very light. Even the cap is okay, but it looks very cheap. It doesn't look like a $80 perfume. It looks like the cap of some clone that you'd get in any website. And even the sprayer for that matter, it looks very brittle. So presentation wise, like everyone else has said, I completely agree. The presentation could have been much better. There's definitely scope for improvement in the presentation. Before we go into the scent and its performance, let's look at the notes of this particular perfume. So in the top notes, there is ambroxan, bergamot and orris root. In the middle notes, there's woody notes along with floral notes, ambergris, amber and jasmine. And again, the base notes, there's woody notes, musk, patchouli. Quite a good mix of notes. Like I said, it's got all those complement DNA generating notes over here, like ambroxan, bergamot. There is some fruity element to it, though it's not listed here. The notes are as of what's listed in Fragrantica. When I went to the Fragrance One website, there were no notes listed. Okay, so I'm just going off what's written on Fragrantica. I'm not sure if these are the official notes, but just letting you know. It's a nice, very pleasing scent right from the nose. Beautiful. And this scent has been my scent of the day. I wore this to office today. I sprayed this at around 10 in the morning, and now it's what's the time? It's close to 8 p.m. in the night. So it's 10 hours since I sprayed this. Let's just spray it again for the opening and see how it is. Now the sprayer is something that I'm disappointed in. It doesn't, though it feels like a big blast, it doesn't give out too much juice. So I have to spray a couple of times to get enough application on my hands, on my clothes. So everywhere I go a couple of times so that it spreads. There's more juice which is sprayed. I would say that this sprayer, compared to some other better spray just gives out 50% of the juice. So that's why I spray it twice. But coming to the scent profile, it's beautiful right at the start. It's so beautiful. I really don't understand why there's so much hate towards this fragrance, and I'm pretty sure that it's because of the hate towards Jeremy from some groups. It's being projected onto this particular perfume, but the perfume itself is beautiful. It's got this nice fruity or even citrus opening, which reminds me a little bit of Aventus. That DNA is definitely there. The pineapple or the bergamot, that kind of opening is there. It's very nice, and it's equally balanced with a fresh, spicy kind of smell, which you get from Dio Sauvage. Now, along with that, what's also prominent in the opening is that very beautiful ambroxan, right? And that one is also adding to the, I think, the sexiness and that appeal of this particular scent. I don't feel that, the fruitiness is trying to overpower the spiciness or vice versa, or even the ambroxan is pushing out too much. All the three notes in the start are perfectly blended. So I think Alberto Morillas here has done a fabulous job, and the design of the fragrance in the start is very, very good. It's mass appealing, it's very, very pleasing, and this kind of a DNA will get you a lot of compliments if it's picked up by other people. Now, the interesting part over here is after 3 or 4 hours, what happens is on my skin, the perfume evolves and becomes musky, which I didn't never expected. So initially I never went through the notes. I was expecting it to be just a fruity, spicy bomb. But what happens is it evolves in 3 or 4 hours. It turns into a smooth, musky smell on my skin. Whereas on my clothes, the DNA of the fruitiness and the fresh spiciness with the ambroxan, that continues and continues and continues. And this adds an interesting element, a very beautiful element. It's like you're layering two perfumes. So that's my experience. I like that combination. So that duality is what I love about this fragrance, because on my skin it was musky, but that fruitiness and that spiciness was still radiating from my clothes. And I'm going 10 hours now. Even now on my clothes it's not turned musky, but on my skin it's evolved into musk, and now I cannot smell it, but still on my clothes it's there. So I think very well done scent. Though it's mass appealing and it's got that complement DNA, there are still layers to this particular scent. So definitely job very well done from Jeremy and also from Alberto Morillas. And don't go by the reviews and all the hatred there. I don't think that, personally I don't feel that those are validated. This is definitely a beautiful perfume. Now, coming to the longevity and the performance of this scent, let's start about longevity first. Like I said earlier, I sprayed this at 10 a.m. It's 10 hours past now. On my skin, it's gone. I cannot pick it up anymore. Not even a small hint. It's almost gone. I think it lasted for around 8 hours. And after 6 hours, it becomes a skin scent, and it doesn't push much. But I could still smell it for around 8 hours. But now I cannot pick this up on my skin. So I smelled it in the morning. So around 8 hours longevity on the skin. Whereas on the clothes, I can still pick up that particular smell. And it's not turned musky on my clothes. It's got that sweet ambroxan, fruitiness, and that fresh spiciness on my clothes. It's still there, and it's 10 hours. It's not pushing out much, but it's definitely there. And if I move my hands close, I can still get whiffs of this. So longevity wise, I'd say definitely above average. Not a beast, I would say, but definitely above average, pushing towards the beast level. And it's very good for this fragrance because this is not a very dense scent. It's a very light scent. So for this kind of a scent profile, having longevity that I mentioned, it's a good thing. Now coming to the projection, again projection wise, I don't feel it's a beast. For me, it is above average. For the first couple of hours, the bubble is not too much. It's probably 1 feet or 1.5 feet, and it maybe for 1 or 2 hours it's pushing. but after that the scent sits very close to the person. So that way I feel it's not a beast in terms of projection and sillage, but it's definitely above average. But longevity, it's definitely better than the projection and the sillage. Now it's surprising because there's another scent that I tried. This one is called Alexa White from Project Alternative. Now this one is a clone of Office Man, but this one projects like a beast. Okay, whenever I spray this, people around me can definitely pick this up. And I get a lot of compliments from this scent, okay, because people, it's so prominent, people can pick up that DNA. But what I don't like about this scent is it's not as blended as, you know, Office for Men. It's there, the DNA is there, but I feel the blending is a little bit rough, and that the additional layer of musk is missing in this. However, this is also a very good buy because it costs maybe 1/3 or 1/4 of Office for Men. If you're looking for an alternative, this is a very good buy. Alexa White from Project Alternative. Now, when it comes to occasions to wear this, I think though the name says Office for Men, it's a very good office scent. And since it's not a beast, it's not going to offend anybody around. It's not going to push too much. Like this one, if you overspray, it's going to offend people. But this one, even if you overspray, it's not going to offend people. And though the name is Office, it's a very versatile scent. I think you can wear it even casually. You can wear it to the office. Office, it's going to be very nice. It's going to give that very sweet ambroxan scent bubble, fruity, citrusy scent bubble, and this is a scent bubble that a lot of people love. Okay, but I wore this to office today. I didn't get any compliment. I'm not sure if people picked the scent off me. So that talks about the projection and also the sillage. That's why I don't feel it's bees pushing out too much. Maybe people didn't pick up the scent. And when it comes to seasons to wear, I think this is again very versatile. It's got a very universal DNA, the Aventis DNA, the Sauvage DNA, which is there along with ambroxan. So you can wear it any season of the year, maybe even summer, winter, daytime, evening time. Very, very versatile scent. But I just wish that this could project a bit longer. And is this a blind buy? If the price was a little bit less, if you can get it in a good value deal, it's definitely a blind buy. This is a very, very safe DNA, mass appealing, and also age wise, it's got a very wide range. It can even be worn by a very young person, and also if you're mature, you can still wear and rock this. So it's got that versatility in it, which is why I think it's a very, very good creation from Alberto Morillas and Jeremy. One thing I feel is for the price that was given, I felt the presentation could have been much better. Maybe they can work on future batches to improve the presentation. But other than that, I think it's a fantastic buy. I'll not regret this buy. If you can look at it already, there's quite a bit of dent in the bottle. I use it quite a lot. I just wish that it projected a little bit more and people can pick up the scent. Let me know what you think about this particular fragrance. Have you tried it? Do drop in a comment and please like and subscribe. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.